All right, so we did get some questions. We're probably not going to be able to do them all in one episode, so we'll just get to them and when we get to them. And if you guys have more questions or topics for us,
You don't introduce the podcast?
no, just
You just
fuck
They've
that.
seen episode
I just
1
go
at this
into
point.
it. I don't give a shit.
If you haven't seen episode 1.
If you're all confused, who are these fuckers? Go watch the first. Don't
Yeah,
start with
you're-
episode 2 and be like, what is this?
You're watching episode 4. You don't know what's going on. Go
is
back
this
to episode 1.
4?
This will be episode 4.
Oh.
Yeah. There's one that'll be going up. I recorded today, and then this one will be episode 4. So, if you have questions or topics, throw them in the comments as usual, or on Tumblr or Twitter or whatever the hell you want to do, and we'll get to them. I'm keeping them all in a list. First question, any chance of an RSS feed for the podcast? There already is one, you dummy. Check the description of each episode. I will have the RSS feed if you use that and want to have
I've never actually used RSS. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
It's actually very convenient. What it does, it's basically what I do is I use something called Blogtrotter, and what it does is it sends you an email every time, let's say, a podcast updates.
Whoa.
Like an auto straight to you. So it's just like a thing that's like, okay, I'm updating, and then all these different programs can use that feed and send you emails or notify you and stuff like that.
That sounds really handy.
Yeah, I use it
give
for,
me
like-
one of those.
Yeah, I use it for several podcasts and stuff.
Are we just jumping right into the questions then? You don't want to talk about what we've been up to?
I mean,
Maybe-
you just answered one, so I guess.
I just wanted to
Guess we're
answer
just-
that one because
guess we're
that's
just-
like a technical one.
Oh.
Jumping right in?
So
Yeah.
there you go, RSS fans. There's a feed for you.
There is a feed.
There's a
in-
feed for you to feed on.
to devour. But okay, let's talk a bit since Anne Marie and I were on our honeymoon. I figured we can talk about that
Wow.
first.
Romance.
Wow, romance.
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 Wow.
Take a sip for the
So,
for
yeah,
the honeymoon.
gotta.
This is gonna be a doozy.
Oh, let me tell you a tale. So we went to Florida for a week, and we went to every Disney park, which is Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. And we also went to Universal Studios because a good friend of ours, Pimmy, has or works there, and so she got us in for free. Yeah, boy.
Oh, did she get you guys in for free?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she had that power.
Yeah, she gets those
Yeah, employees get the complimentary passes.
which is a pretty
Whoa.
damn good perk. Because what is it, like 100 or something? To, like,
It's
get
pretty
in?
expensive to go in for a day.
I actually I have another friend who started working there too.
Ooh, maybe you can
So,
get some sweet
Maybe
sweet tickets.
If I'm ever in the Fjords,
Yeah.
In the
Florida,
Flords.
the wetlands.
So Alex did not go, but
Obviously.
It's okay. I just had a sad little week.
so we're basically just gonna tell Alex about what we did.
Yeah, I'm like the Greek chorus of this story. Like I represent the audience's reaction to.
We
Wonderful
went to
Disney
the
stuff.
Lion King. They went to the Lion King.
It's not what a Greek
Lion
chorus
King.
is. It's not literally.
They
okay.
went to the. How
That's
does it?
fine.
What's a Greek chorus again? It's
Greek chorus-
Don't they just narrate?
Yeah, they kind of just respond to the events of the story and
Yeah.
kind of speak for the audience.
They went to the Lion King like that.
Or they can sing it if they want.
What do
like
you mean-
in Hercules. That's what I'm
Well, in
thinking
Hercules, they made it. That was a joke.
of.
In
Yeah, a
Hercules.
literal Greek chorus.
What do you mean we
Did you
went
meet
to the Lion
Hercules?
King?
Oh, I did not. What? We went to Lion King live.
We did not meet Hercules.
We did not. There was no. There were no or was there? I don't
There
think
might
was
be
any Hercules
somewhere, I don't
things.
know.
Oh, really?
I didn't really see any.
That's a solid Disney IP. That's sad.
There's actually a lot of stuff you'd think they'd have, but I didn't really see much. I mean, to be fair, we didn't comb every park. We did a pretty good job at Magic Kingdom, though. Like the lines.
I thought
were
we
good.
did pretty good with Animal Kingdom.
That's true. The lines at Magic Kingdom were so short that like we did every single classic ride we wanted. Like we did, It's a Small World, which is great. We did,
No.
It's a small world. Oh come on, it's cute.
It's too long.
It's a little too long. it's like you're
Like
just
I think at the point that you turned to me and you were like, "This is a long ride," was
Is
like
it the same
same.
song throughout the entire ride?
Yeah, and they sing in like different languages,
Oh,
but
no.
it is the same thing, and it's very 50s in just look. Although they're not as creepy as all the parodies make them out to be.
Yeah.
I
That's
think-
that's an old stereotype.
Yeah, it's the small world.
I thought they were pretty creepy.
Really, I don't know. They were actually just kind of cute. Most of the dolls. I think what was creepier was oh shit. We saw something. Didn't we see something else that had like weird?
Splash Mountain.
Oh yeah,
Splash
that's
Mountain was
way
really
creepier.
scary.
Splash Mountain has those horrible animals, and they're all like vaguely racist. And
Why don't are the animals racist?
a little bit. I think it seemed like
Oh yeah, they had those
some
those interesting accents.
yeah, interesting accents.
Well, you don't want to recreate those for us? I'm curious to know.
No, thank you.
We, the Greek choir, demand to know.
Do the accents.
But where were the humans?
Oh yeah, where were the face characters for Splash Mountain? In case you didn't know, Splash Mountain's characters, Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, Brer Bitch, all the
Rare bitch. That classic
they're all
Disney
from
gem.
they're all from Song of the South, which is a
little
bit of a sort of a very racist
Song
movie
of the
that
South was a racist
that
movie
Disney
released by
made
Disney in
and
19.
like refuses to acknowledge because they're very ashamed of it, which I'm sure they have.
Has anyone actually seen that?
I mean, they did.
Like,
when
I'm
it
not
was
sure
released.
that anyone has actually seen it.
It was released, but then they've refused
Does
to like
Disney currently
release any.
acknowledge that Song of the South was a thing that happened?
No.
No, they will not acknowledge.
They
it.
say that the song, like the zippity doo dah, they're like, yeah, that's from Splash Mountain the ride,
Yeah.
not the movie.
Inspired by an idea for a ride.
Anyway, the ride. Hang on.
Stop
You might
coughing.
cough
Excuse me.
during the
Please
thing,
don't cough, thank you.
Okay, we have to restart.
Oh.
Emery cough.
So the ride though, Splash Mountain, all the characters are just so creepily like, I guess drawn.
There's something
made.
called like the laughing zone.
Mm.
What was it? The laughing pit.
the laughing place.
The laughing place.
That's the
It's like we're
worst
going
thing
down
you
to the
can-
laughing place. And it's like Jesus Christ.
That's
what
where
the-
you die.
Yeah, that's where you're indoctrinated.
and
like,
the whole ride is like Brer Fox and
Brer Fox,
and
Brer
Brer Bear
Bitch.
trying to eat
Are they
the
like
rabbit.
animatronics or is it
Yeah,
like...
they're
Yeah.
animatronics.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
So I thought that was way creepier. Small World is kind of cute. Like I thought they were gonna be like really creepy, like doll heads and stuff. But they're just kind of like cutesy little. Some of them are a little creepy, I guess. But most of them are just kind of cute. I mean, it's a little annoying to hear the same song over and over. But
Maybe that one's been played up so much that you have like a higher expectation
Yeah.
for that to be creepy, so that when you're there, it's like, oh, I guess it's not so bad.
because you see, like in Rick and Morty, they have like the in your body one, like that. Remember that parody?
Mhm,
They did.
I do.
They
I
have
got
like
that
that kind of stuff, and they make it out to be much more like but it's really not
I
that
think
bad.
I think with It's a Small World, it's the whole thing of like it's just the same thing over and over again for a really long
Yeah,
time.
it's very
and all of
cutesy
the
and
dolls,
nonstop.
all the dolls look the same.
Yeah.
but they have like they're either wearing different clothes or they have like different hair or skin color.
Yeah.
but otherwise they have the exact same face, and I
Pretty
think
much.
it's very creepy.
It's a pretty repetitive song in the first place too.
Yeah.
Like, does it have any verses besides that? It's just my.
It does. It's like there's a world of laughter, a world
But
of
it's the same
tears.
melody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same
Okay,
melody.
yeah, that's pretty.
Da, 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 da,
Wait, are we allowed to sing it? Are we gonna get like flagged for copyright?
unless if we recreate it absolutely perfectly, yes.
That was pretty close, man. Dude, that's it. You just
they don't even
did it.
enunciate. They just make sounds.
So what if you went on the Small World ride and that was the exact noise that was coming out of the speakers?
Okay, what else did we do?
To move on
No,
from that.
I think we should call this "It's a Small World" podcast. and
Yeah.
Every week, just talk about how
Yeah.
much we love.
we
it.
saw
It's a Small
Festival of the
World.
Lion King.
That was amazing.
Which is
That's-
like
that's
we thought it was
honestly-
going to be like kind of fun and cute. It was fucking incredible.
It was one of the
actually.
best things we did.
Yeah,
at
I think
Disney.
it was my favorite thing we did.
Because it's a free thing. You go in. We got really great seats. We were like right in front. And
I'm
it's
kinda
serious-
short, so-
it's seriously this kind of like. Excuse me. This kind of circus du Soleil,
Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil,
Circus du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil, and there's like really amazing like acrobats. Like they did some amazing stuff with that, and like flips and like not trapeze, but like people in the air and stuff.
No,
on
it was
wires.
like trapeze-esque.
Yeah, and
There was swinging.
the animatronics were extremely
Okay,
good.
no, there was a Simba animatronic, and I kept saying this like it was so lifelike. It was like distracting. I could not stop looking at this Simba animatronic because it moved its head and it
Was it
moved
like
its
a
eyes.
cartoon Simba?
It was like
that
a
wasn't-
cartoon
It's a cartoon
Simba,
Simba.
Oh, that's weird.
and
But
it was
it-
like really creepy.
it like you when you think of animatronics, you think of like kind of cheap, kind of creepy looking, like Chuck
Yeah.
E. Cheese. But no, this one like blinked and mouthed like because it sang, it like mouthed all the words, and it looked so lifelike. And so did the Puma one. I was like, this is crazy technology. Like this is like it's like Simba's there, just like
Yeah.
watching you from his pedestal.
Well, because he would like, and he like when the trapeze artists or whatever were like doing their thing and going up in the air, he was like looking up at
he's
them.
constantly blinking and looking at them. It's like he's like alive.
And he like sung to the songs. It was very, very unsettling.
Singers were very good. That and the Finding Nemo musical
Oh, so good.
was amazing.
I watched it on
that
YouTube
one
again
had,
last night.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Actually, I might have to look that up.
Because they do a lot of stage productions of like the movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Finding Nemo though is it doesn't have songs.
Yeah, so
it's-
they
Oh,
wrote
that's
a
true.
musical for it.
They like wrote songs for Finding Nemo.
Basically, it's like what?
it's like a
20
40.
minute.
It's 40 minutes.
40 minutes. It's like a 40-minute show, just the whole plot of the movie, but with musical numbers.
Oh, wow.
Really great puppets.
Yeah.
And really cool stuff they do with wires and stuff in the air because they're like swimming. I was fucking impressed. Like we saw like a Beauty and the Beast show that was pretty good. The Little Mermaid show was not that good. That one was fucking weird.
Well, I was pissed because our seats, like, you couldn't see Ariel.
Oh yeah, Ariel was positioned on the left side of the stage, and we were on the left, so we couldn't.
There was like a
barely see
big
her.
thing in the way. It was very annoying.
She's not that important. You
Yeah,
can
she's
just
not a very-
close
The
your
Ursula,
eyes
the
and
Ursula
imagine.
was really scary.
Yeah, that was very.
Was she like right up in your face?
No,
no, but she was just
like a big
giant
thing.
But that one was okay. But man, Finding Nemo and
The Lion King.
Lion King at Animal Kingdom,
So good.
amazing. Like I think we did the safari there, and that was really cool too. And we had a really great. I think my favorite meal at the parks was at Tiffin's, which is I had like a the lamb, and you had what?
I had like a really good chicken thing that had some, not quinoa, but the other thing, couscous.
Couscous.
Yeah, Alex is like, I know what it is.
Dude, I know my like
I know my
obscure rice
grains.
alternatives.
Yeah.
I know my grain.
I know my listen. I know
And
my
actually,
brain.
I want that on a T-shirt.
I don't think I'd ever had couscous before.
Oh, really?
And
Oh, it's good.
I had
Good.
quinoa, but I hadn't had couscous, and it was actually really, really good. And it was like lemon flavor. Remember, I had like the
Yeah,
lemon
it was
chicken.
good.
It was
Yeah.
so good. Oh my god,
I
I liked every meal I had. You were kind of picky.
I
You
had,
guys
like-
got a ton of fucking food, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got. Well, I had like no expectations for Animal Kingdom. I thought it was gonna be like my least favorite. No, I was very. That place is fun as hell.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to ride the Everest coaster, which everyone was saying I should.
Yeah,
ride.
the line was way too long.
But I loved Animal Kingdom. I actually, funnily enough, I enjoyed all 4 parks. But I think my least favorite was probably Epcot, which is one of the ones I was most excited for.
Well, okay, because you were like, we're gonna eat so much without taking into account how much you can physically eat.
Well, it's not. It wasn't only that, but it was a lot of the food at Epcot in the World Center, or not the center, but the World Showcase, is sit down. I thought it was going to be more like a bunch of vendors and you can like, buy
Oh.
little
Yeah.
things. I had a very different perception of what sort of expectations of what I thought.
Yeah,
it was gonna
all
be.
the quick grab stuff is kind of like not that
Yeah,
interesting.
it was okay. It was fun. I liked
I
seeing the
really-
buildings and stuff.
I really liked the quiche though that we got,
Yeah, the French
and
bakery.
I thought the restaurant we went to was really good. You didn't like it, but
there were only really 2 places I really wanted to go to eat, and that was the French bakery, which I really liked. I had like a quiche and what did we get? Like creme brulee and like
I got some fancy dessert. I
yeah.
don't know what it was.
And that was really good. That was like worth going anyway. There was a Chinese place that was supposed to have pork buns, but they didn't have them.
Oh, yeah.
I
That was
very
weird.
Disappointed in that.
the Japan pavilion was kind of fun though.
That had like a fun
Looking all-
kawaii exhibit.
All
and-
the
and
no, I liked the anime store,
the anime stores. Were
even though everything was way too overpriced.
Yeah,
it was
but-
pretty fun to look in though.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Epcot, and the rides there are pretty fun, but nothing there like wowed me like Animal Kingdom. Hollywood Studios was fun because there were no lines there too. So we got to we rode Tower of Terror, which is not as scary as I was hoping it would be.
It's just fun.
It's just fun.
Well, the thing is, our week encompassed Martin Luther King Day or Martin Luther King Jr. Day, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that weekend, the Sunday we went to Animal Kingdom and the Monday we went to Epcot were both really busy because, everybody's off of work or school
Yeah.
and they're all going. And I was glad that it was those 2 parks though, because the other 2 were bigger. I think, actually, I don't know if Hollywood Studios is bigger than the other ones.
It seems smaller because I think they're building the Toy Story Land and the
Yeah,
Star
a lot of
Wars
stuff was
land.
under construction,
Yeah.
but I was glad that it wasn't like Magic Kingdom or something because that would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom was like very empty when we went.
Yeah. Hollywood Studios was a lot of fun. They had the Indiana Jones stunt show, which I thought was very impressive. It was like a live show. They did like basically sequences from Indiana Jones, but live.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was dope. The Muppet 4D vision was fun. You're like in a theater and they have like 3D effects, but then there's like stuff that happens like behind you.
Oh
like,
yeah, those are always cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
really
been to
fun.
one of those in a
Oh
really
no,
long time.
but the best 4D show we went to was an Animal Kingdom which was the It's Tough to Be a Bug show.
Oh my god.
Because, so, Alex, you've seen A Bug's Life.
Yeah, it's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, obviously. So there's like a 4D show, and it's really short. It's like not even like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very short. And you go and you sit down. And we were like, we'll just do it for fun, like for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do it. And it was really entertaining because, well, first of all, there's this like really creepy animatronic Flick that like comes down from the
like, "Hey,
ceiling.
guys,
He's like,
oh,
hey
watch
guys, it's me, Flick. But then, so he's like, oh, I forget what he's like, oh, we're all bugs and we can be friends with humans. And then like Hopper like appears.
He's this giant animatronic.
He's this horrifying
God.
animatronic. And then he's like, we're going to kill all of you, basically.
So there are like little kids in this audience. And what happens is like
There's this part where these like spiders
these
come down.
giant 3D spiders come down.
Oh, great.
It's extremely overwhelming. Like even I was like, man, this is pretty intense.
There's a part
for,
where you get like stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
And you're, well, not like literally stabbed,
get
but
like poked in the
Yeah.
back.
Oh, I hate those because we went to an aquarium once.
Yeah, that
like,
happened at
as
the
a friend.
aquarium.
Oh yeah, was that the
that was
what-
Baltimore.
That was
What was the reason for that?
It was like a
Um,
shark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had the choice between that and Dora's Magical Butterfly Adventure, and
Which
I'm
I-
still pissed off that we like this was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I still regret not going on Dora the Explorer's Magical Robot Butterfly Adventure.
Well, because the show it was so short. It was like 5 minutes, so it's
Yeah.
like we got to see like kind of an okay nature documentary when we could have seen Dora the Explorer's Magical
Yeah.
Rainbow Butterfly Adventure.
and then they stabbed us in the back on
yeah,
top of everything.
they're like, you picked the wrong show, and they just poked
It was
you
a
in the
pretty
back.
miserable experience.
But
Yeah.
so that
your
same,
thing sounds fun.
that same kind of thing happened at the Bugs Life thing, but
A little
this
bit, yeah.
part where the spiders come
Yeah,
down
the
and like
kids next
and
to us
Hopper's
were
basically
screaming.
yeah.
They're like,
Damn, I'd probably be screaming too.
there was like
hate
something else too.
I don't know, but I was like crying at the
He like
kids.
sprays you with like bug spray and like
Uh,
something else. Like I
the
think like,
spiders is what I remember.
or like bugs crawl like along the seats under you.
Yeah.
Does Hopper just do all this to you?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
I
yeah.
think,
Like-
I
what
think
a dick.
Hopper like dies at the end.
Oh,
or no, he doesn't. He like gets
thanks
chased
for
away.
spoiling Bugs Life 4D
4D.
Adventure.
Yeah, it's hard to be a bug.
It's tough to be a bug.
I'm so sorry. It's tough to be a bug.
But that was like so. It was just so entertaining because there were so many little kids there.
Yeah.
And like there were even warnings that were like this show might be frightening to children.
Yeah, and I was like, no way.
and
But
I was like, first of all, these signs need to be in more than just English
yeah,
because a lot of people there are like international or like English as a second language.
yeah.
And secondly, you need to read the signs.
Yeah.
Because your
the show is
2-year-old
actually
child is not going to have a good.
surprisingly intense for what it is.
I just like who's the target audience for that? Because A Bug's Life is kind of a, I mean, it's
kind
just
of
a
a
fun
kiddie-
little
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So like, who's like, oh, we're just gonna creep them the hell out. We're gonna drop spiders on them.
I think like a 9-year-old kid would be fine, but there were like 5-year-old kids
Yeah.
who were like terrified. Like we were fucking cracking up because there
Yeah.
was somebody behind us who was just going, no! Oh my god.
They sounded like they were dying.
Yeah. So that was great.
But the Muppet 40 one was fun too, but not as horrifying for the
Did
children.
Kermit the Frog drop spiders on you?
No.
All right, here's a whole mountain of
Time for
spiders.
hell.
Oh, but there was like a live Muppet show at Magic Kingdom in
Magic
the
Kingdom.
Liberty
They were-
Square.
They were like recreating like 1776. It was very interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Miss
Sam
Piggy
Eagle
was King
like,
George.
That's not how George Washington did that. And they were like, fuck you, Sam the Eagle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then he cried because it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
the
really
entire
entertaining.
show, right?
It was pretty
Yeah.
Sam
short.
the Eagle walks out, they tell him to fuck you.
Waka waka, fuck you, Sam the Eagle.
Oh, Fozzie of all people.
How dare such language in front of a child audience? We've been talking a while. But let's finish up with
Let's
Harry Potter.
wrap it up.
World.
Yeah, we went to Harry
Oh
Potter
my god, I
World.
want
Okay.
to go to Harry Potter
Okay.
World so bad.
Alex
So-
is like,
My brother's been there like
receiving-
twice. He hasn't even read the books. He brought me back cups for each of the houses. I'm like, thanks.
I was.
I actually appreciate those.
yeah.
Really nice.
We actually drink.
We use those cups all the
I use
time.
those cups all the time for like press buttons and talk like that. I use the Slytherin, which I
Yeah.
call the Snake
The
cup.
evil snakethy cup.
I use that cup every time we record. But
so we're.
go ahead.
Side note: me and Sungwon are rereading Harry Potter right now,
Yeah.
and by that I mean he's reading it to me.
Yeah.
And he likes to add his own like little details.
Yeah.
And last night, what did you say? You were like, "Oh
Salazar Snake.
yeah, Salazar Snakeathy."
Yeah, that's his name.
And I was just
I wish
dying.
the house was called Snakethy.
Because they kept talking about snakes, because it's the part in in book 2 where like it's like Harry's a parcel mouth. Oh no.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Fuck that group of Hufflepuffs who was like, he's been waiting to kill the Muggle. Like, fuck you, Ernie.
Yeah, fuck you, Ernie.
I hope you're
McMillan.
next, and
Yeah.
I hope you die.
I wish Ernie McMillan dies in every book. They they like bring him back.
Is he like the Kinney of Harry
Yeah,
Potter?
and
Like
he's-
something horrible happens to Ernie?
Voldemort just cuts off half of his head in like,
Yeah.
the 4th book.
But so Harry Potter World,
Okay, so
it
Alex,
was amazing.
So like, I texted the group. I don't know if you saw it, Alex, in the Facebook chat. But I was like, we gotta do like a trip.
Oh yeah,
a trip one day.
I'd be down for that.
I think that because
I would absolutely spend the money
Disney
again
World
to go.
is honestly not that expensive. If you do the 4-park deal, it's like $70 a day, which
for 4 days.
for 4
4
days.
so that's a solid 280.
Yeah.
Yeah, 280
Per person.
Yeah, 280 per person.
Okay.
Which is not that bad if you save up. And so there's that, and then Universal, which is what, like 100 or something. So if you saved up, we could definitely do it, and I think it'd be so much fun. Because Harry Potter World, Alex, let me tell you, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
and it's not
just-
even.
Just make me more thirsty for Harry Potter
Listen,
World.
I'm gonna because I'm dying for like
God
our
damn.
friend group to just go on like a trip together there.
I know, it
'Cause
would be really fun.
It'd be so fun. It's not a whole park, but it's
It's just a part of Universal Studios.
Yeah, which Universal Studios itself is pretty fun.
Yeah.
But Harry Potter World, or
You-
I'm sorry, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter,
At Universal
at
Studios
Diagon
or
Alley.
at Diagon Alley.
or the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Hogsmeade, because our friend was like, yeah, you can't call it Harry Potter World if you work there. You have to call it the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Diagon Alley.
Or the
But, the
Wizarding
World of Harry
World.
Potter in Hogsmeade.
But so Harry Potter World.
Okay, so the best part, I mean, obviously, like, they recreate Diagon Alley, they recreate Hogsmeade. It's,
Yeah.
Diagon Alley in particular was pretty
It was
amazing
very
to look
impressive.
at.
Hogsmeade
was
was kind of
okay.
cool. The best part of Hogsmeade was Hogwarts is there, and
Yeah.
so for the 2 rides that are there, the Escape from Gringotts and the Forbidden Journey, both of those you go for Forbidden Journey. The Forbidden Journey, the queue goes through like their Hogwarts recreation,
Hogwarts
and it's
Castle,
very elaborate.
They have,
It is like
the
you are.
points for, like, the 4 houses.
Yep, it is like you are actually going through Hogwarts.
Like, the paintings, like, talk
Wow.
and stuff.
Yep. Dumbledore was there.
So it's just like a ride that's like a tour of the castle.
No, that's not the
or-
ride.
The ride is a whole. We'll get to the
okay.
ride. So what's cool about Harry Potter World is the 2 rides. The lines are really cool because you're constantly going through like Gringotts, and there's the downstairs area with all the offices of the goblins, and there's
Yeah.
the upstairs area with like the animatronic.
Oh, so they've made the
goblins.
lines a spectacle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's what we're
lines are
saying.
fucking
Oh,
cool.
that's
Hogwarts
awesome.
and Gringotts are just like the queue in them is like really fun.
Yeah, the queue.
The queue. Sorry, the queue.
The queue.
The queue.
Because if there's one place in Harry Potter I've always wanted to experience, it's Gringotts.
It's the basement of
Wizarding Bank.
Gringotts.
I want to see those goblins.
Okay, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
no, that'd be sweet.
my favorite part of the park, besides the obviously great buildings and stuff, and Butterbeer was good, was the rides. So there's the Forbidden Journey. It's like a motion ride. Emery got kind of sick, but I loved it.
I thought it was really cool, but I
You're
couldn't.
like on these. Are you hanging? Were you hanging?
You're in kind of like a hanging.
You're in
thing.
kind of like a hanging thing, and what you're doing is you're like there are screens like in front of you.
So
and
part of it is like a motion ride where like for example you'll be flying through the air like on a Quidditch field and
Yeah.
and that's what the screen is showing like as if you're flying. It's like first person. Who the fuck is texting you?
We're in the middle of a podcast.
Fucking tell them to
Whoopsie
shut up.
daisy.
And but then there's other parts of the ride where you like switch over and they have like these practical effects, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm, yeah.
And
So like there'll be like a spider in your face or a dragon breathing fire.
Disney loves its spiders.
No,
Well,
this
that's
is
not Disney.
Universal.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The parks
dare
love
you.
their spiders. So what I also really love is that the actors came back to record stuff for the parks.
Yep.
Like the rides you're following Harry and
The gang.
Ron and Malfoy.
Yeah.
Bill is there.
Malfoy's like on a broom. Oh yeah, the
Oh,
Gringotts
was
are-
Malfoy there?
And you were probably closing your eyes, but Forbidden Journey, it's like Malfoy shows up like, "Hello, Potter!" Oh, and he's flying on his broom. That one was really cool because you're like flying through the Quidditch field, and it's genuinely pretty fucking exhilarating. Like you're like soaring. You feel like you're soaring anyway.
Note: if you get motion sickness, you cannot
Oh,
ride this ride.
yeah, she got
I
sick.
get really bad motion sickness. I had to close my eyes for most of the screen parts. For all the practical effects parts, I could open my eyes and it was really cool. But the screen part, I had to like switch between open and close because it made me sick. The
Well,
Gringotts ride did not make me sick though.
If you're not like if you're okay with motion rides, It's amazing. It's really one of the coolest rides I've ever been on. Voldemort was in the Gringotts one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I love
He
that
and Bellatrix
because
show up
Was he
like
supposed to be there?
so. You're basically it's like in the book or / the movie where they break into Gringotts.
no, I think it's
Well, no, because Hermione's there and they're like, oh, they know that
yeah,
we've broken
yeah.
in, so it's basically just like they recreated.
Yeah, but Bill's there for some reason.
But you're there
Bill's
and-
like your guide. Like, okay, let's go through Gringotts, and they're like, oh, that's right. Because what happens is it's like the tour. It's like Bill's like, welcome to Gringotts, and then like Voldemort and Bellatrix attack, and it's all the actors, which I loved. And then
Oh, yeah, and they're
Harry
like-
Potter and co burst in on a dragon, and they're like, oh, follow us, and they're like, Bill's like, what the fuck? Which I loved.
Our description is not like doing it justice.
Yeah.
but
Anyway, that one was in a cart, and that one was also cool. You wore 3D glasses, but like
that one didn't make me as sick for some reason, and
Yeah.
I get really bad motion sickness, but that one was fine.
really cool effects. I love that the actors, like, even in the queue, the like Harry and like Ron and Hermione would like talk to the line, like
Yeah.
oh yeah, welcome to Hogwarts or whatever. It was just a very nice touch to have like the real actors and stuff on screens and stuff. So
There was also this wasn't really a ride, but the train you can take the Hogwarts Express.
oh, that was fucking great too.
From Hogsmeade to
Yeah.
Diagon Alley or reverse. And apparently, if you're going from Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade, like Dementors attack.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we
that's
had
what-
like
that's
we had
what-
the nice and quiet ride on the way back to Diagon
That's
Alley.
what Rose told us. Yeah. That was amazing too because I thought it was just gonna be like a train, but what happens? It's like you're in
The
a
window's a screen.
yeah, you're in a compartment. And the window is not a window; it's a screen. So you're seeing like
They like
they like made a whole like scenery all the way to Hogwarts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
and
then
like characters
shadows-
appear and like centaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then on the left side or right side or whatever,
the door also
the
is like a
door is
lighted screen. Yeah.
but it looks like a door, and you can see the shadows of like and voices of characters walking by.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is incredible. Like this is like, like this is such goes way above and beyond what they could have done.
You know, I love Disney with all my heart, but
Yeah.
I'd never been to Harry Potter World before. I've been to Disney World before.
Yeah.
But I was so impressed with
Yeah.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
God damn
I want to go back. What?
Now-
I
Alex is like,
already
"Go."
wanted to go, and now like hearing what it's like.
Yeah.
yeah, let's talk for 10 more minutes about it.
It's just, I mean, it's easier to do because it's only one section of a park, but still, the quality of Harry Potter World. I'm sorry, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Hogsmeade.
Diagon Alley was very elaborate.
It was very elaborate.
It had a lot of,
There were
and,
a lot
and
of
we saw a
shops.
puppet show of the three brothers or whatever
That was
it's
really
called.
cool too, like a live show. Yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap it up because Alex is gonna cry.
Okay. Alex, we got to go there. We should go there as a group one day.
One day.
I
Maybe,
think that'd
maybe I'll
be-
do a honeymoon there one day.
Oh yeah, or that
Find-
too.
Find
Yeah.
some girl and be like, hey, you want to get married and go to Harry Potter World?
Honestly,
Well-
just go by yourself. It'd be worth it.
Okay,
I mean, it'd be fun to
off
go.
I go.
Listen, I'm gonna push for it in the next couple of years or so. So let's save up
Let's
some
go
money.
next year.
Let's
We can save up. We just gotta stop
Actually,
buying dumb stuff.
you know,
I mean,
honestly,
that's
if-
a decent. That's like a reasonable vacation budget, though. I
That's
mean,
the
if you
thing.
put
Look,
that
I
on
could,
top
I
of
could,
travel
I could
costs.
save up for tons of ridiculous vacations. I just buy dumb stuff like food that I don't need.
Yeah, that's the
and-
thing. We really splurged on food, but if we
I looked at my credit card statement and was like, "Ooh, worth it."
yeah, it was worth it. But I wouldn't do that again. But if we went again, if we didn't spend that much on food, and
It would not have
split
been
the
that
costs
expensive.
for like a hotel or whatever.
Although to be fair though, we did buy like the plane tickets and I paid for the timeshare / resort thing like several months ago.
yeah, but if you split it among 5 people,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
it's
bad.
definitely really
And
cheap.
plane tickets, yeah, they're expensive, but I mean,
I know somebody
Again.
who just found some. She's going like to Orlando next week or the week. One of my coworkers,
Okay.
and she's only going because she found really really cheap tickets. So you just gotta look.
Maybe
Okay.
there's a time of year that like it's less
Yeah, maybe.
popular.
Yeah, well, when we went was like a less popular time too.
going in winter was if we ever do it, we gotta go in
Oh yeah.
winter.
'Cause
Yeah.
Florida's not that affected by the winter, right?
No, it was
Well, actually, everyone was like, "Oh, the week you came was really warm." I guess like right before we came, ouch, and also right after it like got a little cooler.
okay, but they were saying like 55 or 60 was cold. It's not that.
That's
bad.
true, but it was like 80 and sunny every day
Yeah.
we were there.
Oh, yeah.
It was really amazing.
Oh, it's been like 40 here and it's warm as heck.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even when we came back, I was pleasantly surprised at how not cold it is
We have
here.
really not had snow since the new year.
Oh,
like,
damn.
It's been pretty warm and wet.
Yeah, when we came back on Saturday, it was quite foggy. I was rather surprised.
We're just talking
Let's talk about
the
machine
weather.
weather.
Yeah.
We're like not even thinking about it. We're on a podcast.
This
We're just-
is like conversation that you have with people that you don't know. Like, this has become the
Okay,
subject
let's
of
wrap
the
it up.
podcast.
That
How's
was
the weather
our-
where you are?
That was our great Disney Harry Potter honeymoon. It was amazing.
That was the
Sounds
that was the
romantic.
first half of our podcast. I'm gonna push my friends to go to Florida at one point because I'm thinking it'd be, I don't know. When we were in Magic Kingdom, I was like, this would be so much fun with a group of friends. That'd be like the perfect. Well, I don't know. This was already the perfect vacation because I was with you, Anne Marie.
Well, it could be number 2.
Okay, let's go to questions or topics.
Okay.
Okay, bring them on.
Okay.
So there's some for me, but I might just do those in like a Q&A.
No,
video.
we'll just listen to you answer things. It's fine.
Yeah, and there are some with me for me and Anne Marie.
Fuck you, Alex.
What the fuck?
Maybe I'll do like a separate video with her. So let's just
What?
why not?
Yeah, well, like, what am I just gonna listen to you guys answer questions?
Maybe like one.
No, we can do them. We'll do like a video together.
Okay.
So, what TV series do you watch?
I don't watch TV. I hate
I
television.
hate the television and I
Next.
hate motion.
Let's see. Right now, stuff that I'm keeping up to date with: Steven Universe.
Yeah, man.
Stevie
Stevie U.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn
Oh,
Nine-Nine.
we need
Yeah,
to catch up.
I am like so huge into ensemble comedies like The Office, Parks and Rec. Recently, I've been getting into Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
So
How far are you in that?
I am about halfway through season 2.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
good shit.
It's quite good.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Every season, I'm just more and more impressed by how fucking funny.
Were there
Brooklyn
new
Nine-Nine
episodes
is.
while we were gone?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to watch Community as
Oh,
well.
you
'cause
gotta
I
watch
have a
Community.
Hulu account now. so
Community's
that's on
quite
there.
good.
Community. If you like Rick and Morty, it's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's so. It takes the ensemble comedy and just makes it so creative in its like approach to like certain.
I've just seen like various gifs and things of Community with no context, and just
Yeah.
been left to wonder like what happened. How did they get here?
Some of their action episodes are so good. The Russo brothers, who directed them, now direct like Captain America 2 and 3. Like,
Wow.
like the paintball episodes in that show are so well, like so awesome in their like choreography. Like it's like, how is this a fucking NBC like, public? Not what do you call it? Like a broadcast TV show? I don't know, whatever. Like
yeah,
an NBC show. It's not a cable show. Like it's on just network.
Network television.
Yeah, network television.
Comedy.
It's so creative. Yeah, Community, and that's I think pretty much done now. If you do watch it, I've said this to you before, I think, but skip season 4. Just trust me on that.
Oh yeah, the
But
weird
5 and 6
season.
are good. 1, 2, and 3 are perfect.
Yeah. I have not. I saw 1, 2, and 3. I didn't see the other ones. I saw some of 4 and stopped.
4
it was not. It was
abysmal.
It was really not good.
It was really quite bad, actually.
Really not good.
Did I watch anything?
We watched Haikyuu.
Oh yeah, Haikyuu season 3. Alex, you gotta watch Haikyuu.
Is that the volleyball?
The volleyball.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that one sounds super good. I want to watch that. The one that you talked about with Octopimp, the space one. What
Oh,
is that?
Legend of the Galactic
I
Heroes.
really want to watch that.
That one is very interesting.
massive, but
Yeah.
it sounds fascinating.
It is very gripping.
But that's ambitious.
yeah.
So maybe when I have a solid chunk of
Yeah.
time to watch something.
I would say to you, Alex, if you're gonna watch an anime, watch either Haikyuu because it's so.
You sounded very desperate when you
Listen,
watch
You
Haikyuu.
gotta watch Haikyuu. It's so exhilarating to watch.
Yeah.
Like Anne Marie and I cheered, like fist pumped, like I just went yes at
Yeah.
certain parts. It's so
You get
gratifying.
You get very into it.
Yeah, you get so invested in like the characters and like their improvements and like because especially right now where we're at like season 3.
Yeah.
Fucking intense.
Yeah.
Season 2 and 3 are incredibly intense. So you got to watch that. I would also recommend Mob Psycho 100.
Yep, I want to
Oh,
watch
yeah, yeah.
that
That's
one.
a fantastic show.
It's the guy who made One Punch Man, right?
Yep.
Or the anime
Yeah,
director, I guess.
the mangaka. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same mangaka?
It's the same mangaka. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it keeps his art style.
Yeah. That show looks interesting. Because that's another show I just see things from, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
The
That looks
animation
cool.
is like incredibly good. What the fuck?
Sorry.
the fuck?
Sorry, let me...
Turn off your fucking phone.
Sorry, everybody.
But yeah, Mob Psycho.
The fuck is wrong with you two?
Okay. I'm on a podcast. Don't embarrass me.
Mom, shut up.
It's a fucking friend chat.
Fucking turn your
Oh, hi
phone.
to our friends, and I wish they'd all die.
Yes.
You just said you want to go to Disney World with
I
them.
agree. Well,
Well, okay, they can
after
go
we
do
get
that
to
first.
Disney World.
Do it first, and then they can die right after. Okay, I don't
Next,
think
we're gonna talk about this too much if we keep going.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows. Shows are good.
There are a lot of
shows.
good
I
shows.
like shows.
I would. Yeah, I'm not really watching anything right now that's new, but
Yeah.
Currently
We're-
working through Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, someone and I are keeping up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're keeping up with Steven Universe.
yeah.
We just watched Haikyuu. I haven't been watching that much lately, but yeah. So
Yeah.
that's kind of it for
All
now.
right, next question. Favorite games to play and why? So I guess first we can say our favorite games, just in general. For me, I'd say it's hard. I usually say BioShock.
Yeah.
But it's tough because I also really love Paper Mario.
Yeah.
So I'll say BioShock, then Paper Mario is my number 2. So how about this? What's your top 2 games?
Wind Waker
Ooh,
and
yes.
Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, I love Final Fantasy 9.
Those are the best games
Wind
ever.
Waker is very good, but not one of my favorites.
You
I
know
love
what?
Wind Waker. Wind Waker's
Fuck you.
Wind Waker's mostly good, but then there's like parts of it. that
Yeah.
It's like
Why?
why?
Actually, every part of that
I
game
really,
is good.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the
getting-
game, but I thought the dungeons were kind of and I thought the exploring was really cool.
You're kind of
okay, and and
That's not fair.
And I thought the world and exploring the world was really fun.
Oh yeah, the sea stuff worked so
Yeah,
well. Like
yeah.
that was exhilarating.
I kind of enjoyed that more than the rest of the game. I actually don't really remember most of the game.
I like most of the game. It's just parts toward once you finish all the dungeons, like there's not really much fun left
yeah,
in the
yeah.
game.
That's why you gotta space it out. You gotta do one dungeon and then like explore half the ocean, and then do another
Yeah,
dungeon.
spacing it out, explore half the ocean.
Yeah, you're spacing it
After the first dungeon, you explore half the ocean.
After your first dungeon, explore the whole map.
out. You
and then-
baboons know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Alex?
My 2 faves are Paper Mario and Grim Fandango.
You're copying one of my answers.
You fucking knew that Paper Mario was mine, so whatever. That was actually why it was our first game that we played
On Paris One to
I
Talk,
think,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
we both fucking love that game.
yeah.
Grim Fandango is just a fucking beautiful, cinematic, wonderful story.
I should play that
with
at some
characters
point.
that I love. Yeah, it has aged very well.
Is that the one with the skeleton?
Yeah,
The
because
skeletons.
what they did for that, because that was in a time where like 3D was like first coming around, but it still looked kind of shitty. Like you had Final Fantasy VII like cloud style graphics for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah.
So Tim Schafer and his whole crew, like they looked for a way to be able to use that in a way that worked. So like the character models are very simple, like basic geometry, but because they have that like Mexican skeleton calavera kind of theme going
Yeah.
on,
Mm-hmm.
like they all have like the painted faces and everything, and it even now like it looks really really good.
There's a remastered version now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So they polished it up, they've made it HD and everything, so it's totally. And it was actually really hard to play for a long time because there wasn't an up to date version. But yeah, that is totally worth checking out. That
I should play.
there
that,
are
yeah.
moments in that game that are just beautiful,
Okay.
like just from a cinematic standpoint.
Would you say that's like his best game?
Tim Schafer's best game? Yeah, I mean, it's my second favorite of
Yeah.
all
what-
games. So,
okay. Yeah.
so-
I guess that makes sense.
yeah, no, that's yeah, beautiful
I should
game.
play that. And then I guess we can talk about either what we're playing now or games we like to play just for fun.
I'm playing nothing.
You're kind of playing Sailor Moon, or did you stop playing Sailor Moon Drops?
I haven't been playing it recently.
Okay. For me,
That's not really a game.
yes, it is. What would you call it then? Work? What would you?
It's
like,
kind of work sometimes.
Business.
It's like Bejeweled. It's a game. I would say right now I'm playing Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, which I think is brilliant. It's a randomly generated roguelike dungeon where like if you die, it's not that punishing, but you lose your items and
I
you
mean,
have
it's
to start
Pokemon, so I'm sure it's not like hardcore.
over. It's definitely a lot. Because there's a game called Shiren the Wanderer, which is what this series is based off of, Mystery Dungeon, and that one was much harder. I don't think I've actually died in the game yet, but it's still very fun. I love roguelikes as
I haven't scratched that roguelike itch in a long time, actually.
yeah.
I got really into Binding of Isaac. For a
I
while
hate
and got-
roguelike.
Oh,
Well, you just didn't like Binding of Isaac.
I don't
Have you
like
really
having to restart.
Okay, well, Super Mystery Dungeon isn't like that because if you die, you don't start over.
I don't like losing things.
Yeah, well, the game.
Binding of Isaac's hard as shit.
It is,
Yeah.
but I love Binding of Isaac.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was into it for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty fun. But I
The
never got past
the
the
remake's
second
very
level.
good too, but it is very difficult. But the thing with roguelikes is they're generally designed so that the more you play, you just get good at them.
Yeah.
So you can it's very satisfying to play a game that's really hard, but you've learned it so well that it's not so bad. Spelunky's another masterpiece roguelike.
I couldn't really
that's-
get into that one as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
I-
such
I-
a curve of it is so hard when you start out, but once you start to figure it out and you start succeeding at things, it is so satisfying to break through that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good, but I think something about the gameplay just didn't. For me, I feel like if I'm gonna play a roguelike or something like that, the gameplay has to grab me.
Yeah.
And I thought Spelunky was good, but it's something. It's a platformer, and I guess I'm more into RPG kind of roguelikes.
Yeah, I mean it differs from a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
But
I guess that was kind of the unique thing about it was because I actually read Derek, you actually wrote a book about Spelunky and about making the game, some of the technical stuff, some of just life stuff around making the game. And that was actually a very fascinating read about how that
Isn't
came
that
to be.
based off a fucking old game? What's that one game it's kind of based off of? You know what I'm talking
I think
about?
you're thinking of La Mulana.
Yeah, La Mulana. Yeah.
I don't think it's based on
I mean,
it.
not based on it,
Like-
but kind of, right?
It has a resemblance.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was he didn't really talk about La Mulana that much as a direct inspiration.
Okay.
So
It seemed
don't
like
know.
that to me, but I didn't.
They-
I never played La Mulana.
they have a similar look to them.
Okay.
Although I guess La Mulana did have that super challenging thing going on for it.
Yeah.
Although that wasn't a rogue. I never actually played La Mulana.
Neither have I.
I heard it's very good though.
But anyway, Super Mystery Dungeon. It's nice because it's accessible for people who think roguelikes are too hard, because the game is not that hard, and I have not died once. And the only thing is if it saves your levels and stuff. So if you die in a dungeon, which I haven't done, but if you do die, you lose your items, but it's not hard enough that it for me, like I just said, it hasn't happened yet, and I've played halfway through the game. But you can catch every Pokemon in Gen 6, recruit them. You seriously have 720 playable characters.
Oh man,
Which is fucking crazy.
is it all randomized too?
It's not randomized. It's you get them through quests and stuff. So it's not randomized like that. But you recruit them as you go.
Yeah.
So if you want to itch that roguelike, it's very fun, and the characters are very charming because all the Pokemon talk and stuff. Because it's a world where Pokemon talk.
Yeah.
It's very cute and I think very addicting. Other than that, I'm playing Love Live as usual. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links has consumed.
I've seen you and our friend Wooster post a lot about.
Oh yeah,
that.
he's playing that too.
Yeah.
That's consumed. Angry can attest to this. I downloaded it during our honeymoon, and
man.
every night when we came back, she would go to bed, I would just play that all night.
Is that just a portable Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's basically it's an iPhone Yu-Gi-Oh where or Android too, I think, where you just you build a deck and you
Yeah.
fight other guys or either your friends or other online opponents or computer opponents. Level up your characters.
You have an addiction, I think.
To that game?
You bought Wi-Fi on the plane just to play that game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because I was I want to play the game, and Wi-Fi.
There was a huge selection of free movies we could have watched.
Yeah.
Although our side of the plane, the entertainment thing stopped working halfway through the flight.
Yeah. So it was the right call.
But
Wi-Fi wasn't that expensive. And I was I really want to play this, and I'm just.
was it worth the $7?
It was absolutely worth the $7. Are you kidding?
I mean, plane flights can suck, so
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's not a bad call.
I don't like flying, and so I was totally not even thinking about flying while playing. I played for an hour and a half. It was fucking great. I'd do it again. I'll probably do it again this Friday when I go to Texas, which we're recording this a week ago for you guys. But yeah,
Wow.
that I think it's
How long is your flight to Texas?
I don't know offhand, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I think they give a pretty good tutorial if you haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! I know that people who haven't played it have started playing it and seem to really like it. They shorten it so it's instead of I think you play usually you can go up to 80 cards in a deck, but they make it so you can only play 30 cards in a deck. and instead of 8,000 life points, it's 4,000 life points, and they reduce the field, so instead of 5 monsters on a field at a time on your side, it's 3. So it's basically a condensed version because it's built for like a portable experience. So you can play like short bursts of matches. But I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I've always loved the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. It doesn't have any of the new shit from like GX or 5Ds or Dick Fucks or whatever the other Yu-Gi-Ohs are.
Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh!
I love
Dick
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Fucks.
Dick Fucks.
Because they have stuff that's like pendulum summoning, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck that is.
That's always been my thing with like the big card games is like they are constantly adding cards
Yeah.
to that, so it's like I don't know. If it's always felt like it would be a huge amount to keep up with.
Yeah.
As far as like the meta and everything.
Yeah, I only know like original classic Yu-Gi-Oh! And it has only those cards, and that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't need Synchro or whatever. I had a friend way back when who tried to like explain that shit to me, and I was like, this is fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Like, I don't care about this.
Speaking of like airplane gaming, I'm really hyped for the Switch.
Oh,
To be
yeah.
able to play like a console release just on the go. Like that's exciting. Like I was pretty excited when they first announced it, but like now that we've had time to like live with it and just kind of like reflect on the consequences, yeah, what Nintendo has
The
done
dire
to us.
consequences.
No, that shit's really cool. Like, because any like major console release Nintendo has, any game that gets released on that is now like a portable game. And I'm not sure like how well the battery life is going to be, but like, damn, dude.
20 minutes.
See, I'm actually not. I don't actually care as much about that. I understand why people are excited about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it on this TV.
I think it'll depend on the game for me. Like, I don't think I'm gonna play like a platformer on that. Maybe I mean, who knows? We'll see how good the controller is when you take it on the go or whatever. Or wait, is it the same controller? I don't get how exactly.
So you take the screen. It's basically a screen that becomes a handheld.
Okay.
And that part also has like the console inside of it. So when you put it into the station, it like hooks up to your TV and displays the screen on there.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think it'd be perfect for like Fire Emblem, like because they're making one for the Switch. So that one I would actually play on the go probably, because well, you know, I don't know. Like, I guess it'll depend on the game for me.
I guess we'll
don't,
just have to see.
I don't see myself playing Zelda on the go.
I mean, I could if I had a long flight and like
guess
Zelda
it-
had just come out.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Why not?
And I guess I do kind of like. I find with my gaming habits, I do kind of prefer handheld games because I can just sit back in a chair and just kind of
Yeah.
game for hours.
It looks like Nintendo's really going back into like the free roaming stuff too. So I wonder if like there will be a lot more to like dig into with their games. Like it'll be less of a linear progression
Yeah.
and more like to explore and find. Because that was like I was all about that shit back in the day, and that whole style of gameplay kind of died a little bit. But now like Zelda and Mario are kind of doing it. Ukulele's coming back from the guys who made like Banjo-Kazooie
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. I am so hyped for that shit.
When is that coming out?
Pretty soon, like I think a couple of months actually, like March or something.
Yeah, that. What was that?
Somebody outside the hall.
Uh-oh.
The killer's coming. To
Oh
catch
no!
us.
Effie's afraid.
Someone doesn't like our podcast.
Stop! Nobody likes PPPP! Stop immediately! What games are on the Switch? We'll get back to your favorite game, Alex, in a bit. Or actually, what games do you like to play?
We were talking about like what we're playing currently.
Yeah.
So I just played Glitter Mitten Grove pretty
What is
recently.
that?
Oh,
Glitter-
you don't know about Glitter Mitten Grove?
Glitter Mitten Grove?
Okay, you should play that game without looking up anything about it.
Okay.
I think you'd like it.
Glitter. Is it on
Glitter
Steam?
I've
Mitten
never
Grove.
heard of this.
I've never heard of it.
Don't look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
For you guys, it's like a $20 game on Steam, so it
Okay.
is. But you should play it.
I should play it specifically, or she should play it?
God, there's a big thing with it that I don't want to spoil, and if you
Okay.
Google it, it's gonna spoil it. But you should put that
Oh.
on your list and have that on there.
Glitter Mitten Grove.
Glitter Mitten Grove. It's a fun little game.
What?
It's yeah.
I'm probably just gonna look it up.
If you look it up, don't tell him.
I won't tell him.
Don't tell him what you find. But it's
I'm worried people are going to comment with it now. But,
oh yeah.
Uh,
I guess if it
okay,
gets,
let me ask you this. Is it a short game? No? Okay.
I mean, it's a reasonable length, but like there's
So you beat it.
more to it than it seems at first.
So you beat it?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay.
I think.
How long do you
It could
think
be.
it was?
It took me a good seven hours or so,
Okay.
something like that.
Glitter Mitten Grove. Huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty deep game. deeper than like the surface level suggests.
Okay.
But
Is this like a Frog Fractions kind of thing?
sort of.
Sort of.
What is
very-
Frog
very-
Fraction?
Oh, you don't know what Frog
Oh, man,
Fractions
Frog
is?
Fractions?
I might have to show you that later.
Yeah, that is an experience. If you guys don't know what Frog Fractions is, you
Go
should
play
go
Frog
play that
Fractions.
right now. That is
That's an incredible
that is
game.
something else.
Yeah.
Um,
Glittermitten. You
Yeah,
can't tell me
that's,
anything about Glittermitten Grove?
no, not really.
What? Then why would I play it?
Uh,
Well,
oh,
you can't tell me
man.
like the very like
It's
some.
so it's a game about like fairies.
Okay.
And like you're kind of like building fairy houses and like it's kind of like a resource management kind of game.
Okay.
And at first it seems like very shallow. It's really fun at first, but then
Okay.
like as you progress through the game, like
Okay.
it just more and more stuff unlocks and it becomes like very like
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's
okay,
pretty
okay.
crazy.
All right.
Huh.
It's
That-
fascinating.
Okay, I'm interested now.
What else have I've been playing a lot of Overwatch still.
Yeah.
That's kind of just a regular staple from time to time if I need to wind down. Because I used to play TF2 like too much back in the day.
Yeah.
And Overwatch is basically Team Fortress 3 at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of people are saying like TF2 is still alive, like it, and I mean people still play it, like it's still around.
Yeah.
But I mean Overwatch basically is the new TF2. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I can't imagine going back to TF2 after Overwatch
Hmm.
because it's just like, yeah, hyper TF2. But yeah, that game is super fun.
I'll
yeah.
probably play Overwatch at some point. Maybe. I'm
You're
a
not
little.
big into like the PC shooters, right?
Well, I can get on PS4, but
That's true.
I just find I see like people, having to deal with like online like trolls or
Oh
like,
yeah, people are like, because people just get mad playing that game.
Yeah.
And like most people are reasonable about it. Most people are fun to play with online, but every now and then you'll get someone in a match who's just like a dick, and
Yeah.
it's like you just gotta let that roll off. Like people are just like that.
Hmm.
But if you can ignore people who are like people who get real mad, there's because there's like 23 different classes in the game.
Yeah.
And they all play like totally different.
Yeah.
So even if you've played it a lot, you can choose like an offense character. Like I usually play support, but if I play like anybody else, it's a totally different experience.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is just a very, very fun. And it's nice because I've never been on board with like any of the major things Blizzard has done, but I love their style. And I love like the polish they put on everything. But I was never big into WoW. I played Hearthstone very briefly.
Yeah, I got really into Hearthstone for a while.
But I was never big into like MOBAs either. So like nothing. I guess I played Warcraft 3 like way back in the day, but I was never super into that.
Yeah.
But it's really nice like being into Overwatch and like really being on board with Blizzard because they do like their hype and like all of their press stuff like so well. Like when they revealed Sombra at the like the lead up to that was pretty terrible and like dragged out for months.
Yeah.
But at the conference itself, like they showed like a stupid video of like launching the servers and then like it just got all like fucked up and like Sombra hacked it and everybody like even though we knew they were gonna do something like that, it was still like
Yeah,
here it is. Woo.
Kind of Smash Bros esque.
Yeah. Even though she kind of got leaked a week before, which was a little shitty, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Overwatch is just a good time.
All right, let's go back to the Switch. So I'm trying to think of which games were shown that I was really interested in.
Oh yeah, because they just had their big the direct about or
Yeah,
that
well,
wasn't a
there was a
direct.
Fire Emblem Direct, and then there was the conference or the stream, I guess. It was
Yeah,
like
they
stream.
they actually did like a show in Japan.
Yeah, and that was pretty great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What are some smaller like I saw that they had like the Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh yeah,
game.
that looked cool.
I like seeing those little monsters in like HD.
Yeah.
The one by what was the one? It's like Octopath like Traveler or something like that. You remember-
What?
Do you not remember this?
Octopath Traveler.
It's like Octopath is in the name. It's like a 2D side scroll RPG or something, or I don't know exactly. It's like an RPG.
Is that the square thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they called it. Oh yeah.
That's the name of it. It's
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
like
no,
Octopath Traveler.
I remember that. I forgot
It's
it
a
had
very
such a
bad
stupid name.
Yeah.
No, that style looked really cool.
Yeah, the style looked really cool, so that looked interesting.
Yeah, I'm a little weary of RPGs that because like there's a trend now where games like try to be super meta, like it's a super adventure slime killer RPG, and it's like can you make like a real RPG instead?
Yeah.
We're oversaturated with parody, I guess.
Yeah.
But that looks really cool though.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll do something really cool with that.
Fire Emblem Warriors. Well, I will buy immediately.
Oh man, that is made for you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fucking all I've ever wanted. And then let's talk about Zelda and Mario.
Oh my
which,
god.
I'm more excited for Mario. How about you guys?
I'm about equal on both of
How
them.
about you?
I think I have to watch the trailers again. I just saw them the one time you showed them to me at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
It was the morning of, and then you were.
I was
like,
getting up for work and I was looking at Twitter and I was like, "What happened in the
and
stream?"
I was like, you need to watch these trailers right now.
Yeah, that was a crazy presentation.
Yeah.
But yeah, those games both look fantastic.
I want to be Mario walking around New York.
I love that.
That,
I love how creepy
that was
the humans
so
look.
strange.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of people like were kind of got callbacks to Sonic 06 with like the realistic humans in the city.
Yeah.
And, like, but it looks like it kind of works in this case though.
It kind of looks like they're kind of going for that, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if Nintendo really wanted to make appealing-looking humans that
Yeah.
were, like, in a cartoony style, they absolutely could. Like, they have, like, Zelda or Link and Zelda and stuff, which I guess are more anime.
Yeah,
but
I
still.
feel like with Sonic 06, it was like they didn't really have a good design at all, so it was really weird. But with
Yeah.
Mario, it feels like this is a decision to make it like really realistic.
And really
then here's
jarring.
like fucking Mario.
Because there's
This
fucking
little-
like Candyland and like the jungle
yeah.
and like a little sombrero town or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so they're clearly going for very, because I think the theme was like we wanted to feel like Mario's like going to like a new
Yeah.
country. So I think the realistic creepy humans are a design decision.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. But I'm just excited for like free roaming, like open world exploration.
yeah.
Like I don't think like all the worlds. I think it'll be like Mario 64, where like each level is an interconnected world in itself.
Yeah.
But even that is just like, because I love Galaxy, I love 3D World, but they are like more of a
Levels.
linear obstacle course kind of gameplay, and
Yeah.
I was really into like Mario 64 hasn't aged well, but like games like that and Banjo-Kazooie, like I was all about that like exploration based
Yeah,
platforming.
I think that's why I didn't really get into the newer Mario platformers because I
Although
was
Galaxy's kind of
kind
Galaxy
of.
teases you because it seems like it's going to
But
be
it's
that,
not
but then it turns out
really.
to be pretty linear.
Yeah.
that's true.
And I liked Galaxy a lot, but I didn't play Galaxy 2. And all the other ones after that I tried, I was kind of just like, well, this is fun, but I don't really care about this. I
Yeah.
want like Mario 64 or even Mario Sunshine.
I get a
had
lot
that.
more out of like
Mario Sunshine had that. It was great.
Yeah, no, I
got
I
to
didn't play
agreeing
Sunshine.
with you.
fucking ride a Yoshi.
I just
it was awesome.
But yeah, the discovery aspect is so much more, and like I'm excited that Zelda is also kind of going that direction. Although I don't know, it looks more promising with the recent trailers, but I was a little weary at first with them basing it off of Skyrim, because my thing with Skyrim is like there's a lot to explore, like it's a big open world, but as a result there's so much stuff that nothing in particular feels that substantial. Like it feels kind of like they just put some pieces here, gave them some dialogue, and like that's a city. But from what I've seen of Zelda, it looks like they've still taken care into like fleshing out like a solid storyline, like solid characters and like interesting locations within all that. So
Well, what won me over, because before that trailer, and I think I already said this, but I was not. I mean, I thought it looked good.
Yeah.
But seeing the characters in that trailer.
oh yeah,
I think I said this. I recorded a podcast episode today, and I think I said this exact same thing in that episode. But fuck it, whatever. That was last week for you guys. I think having characters in it is going to be. I mean, not having characters. Seeing the characters.
choice to include characters in the
Seeing the
game
characters
is
in the
pretty
trailer
bold. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Oh my god,
Seeing Zelda.
Zelda's so beautiful.
Oh my
in this
God.
game.
Zelda.
Like I love her.
She's
I
fucking
love her.
adorable. I'm gonna die. What do you think about Zelda's design, Amory?
She's fine.
What the fuck is your problem?
You guys are like,
You don't deserve to save
you
her.
guys are all jizzing your pants over Zelda. I was like, she's fine.
She's the best.
Get out of here.
She hasn't done
You're not-
anything
you're
yet.
not-
I gotta play the game.
You're not in the podcast anymore.
What? Someone.
Posity plus pal.
Yeah. So, but not even.
She's
just
very cute. I like her eyebrows.
Yeah.
Not I love the eyebrows. I love her outfit. It's like she can like go on an adventure, you know. And
Yeah.
she's not a dress. I just think the design is just very
Yeah.
pleasing.
Yeah, it's cute.
And I think it's a very subtle design too. Like there's nothing, I don't know, something about like the way her hair is, like the way like it's just very like likable. Like there's nothing that like stands out about it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
She seems kind of relatable almost.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
curious as to
Like you want to hug her
Well, I don't know about. I guess
because she gets upset and you're like, oh, poor baby Zelda, come here.
I was talking more about like she seems more like not like a princess, just like someone
Yeah.
like what the fuck is going on here?
My computer's dying.
Uh-oh.
Wanna wrap up?
I guess
Okay.
so.
So
You got like 7 minutes.
okay.
Oh, we have 7 minutes.
We'll be okay.
No, it could die before then.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
already
because of
gone.
Anne-Marie's incompetence, I will say though, I think maybe they'll do something like have Zelda be kind of a protagonist. It seems like
It seems like she's gonna be less like the damsel in distress and more like
Active
like
and-
doing
yeah.
something, which I'm totally down for.
Yeah.
Because Tetra was I don't
Yeah.
know if that's like a spoiler or not, but
Whatever,
It's
but-
been a long time.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
Anyway.
so Switch looks. With Mario, I am on board now for sure. I will
Yeah.
be I won't get it. I didn't pre-order it, but I will get it when Mario comes out because I think that game looks great.
Yeah.
I love Bowser in that.
oh my god,
Yeah.
Bowser looked
we
wonderful.
could go another hour talking about Bowser.
Oh,
in that.
we could do a whole podcast on how great Bowser looked in that fucking trailer.
Let's do a Bowser cast. But
Yeah, I love Bowser.
all right, we'll wrap up here because Anne-Marie sucks.
Sorry.
And her computer sucks. She didn't charge her computer. What the
It was
fuck?
charged. We just went a long time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
you
if you guys
bitch.
have any, what'd you say?
I said, you bitch.
Oh, okay,
Bitch.
bitch. Don't why did I say don't? If you like, I was gonna respond to you like, don't call me that. But if you guys have any questions or topics, we still have a bunch to cover, but I'll add them to the list. So comment them, send them to me, whatever. You know where to get them to me, and I'll add them to the list. Otherwise, we'll see you not next episode, but in the future.
Yeah, we'll be back.
So we're alternating, or if I'm not busy, they will alternate between guests and us.
Yeah.
Because I saw people were like, "Well, where's Anne-Marie and Alex?"
It warmed my heart that you guys were so upset that at the prospect of us not being here. So
We'll
that was
be here.
sweet. That
We
was
will-
sweet.
yeah, we'll switch
we'll never
off.
leave you guys.
Yeah, we'll never leave. We'll be here forever. Goodbye.
Bye, friends.
We love you
Bye.
forever.
Goodbye.
We love you.
Bye.